Hello, how you going?
I'm fine, and you? How you doing?
I'm okay. I kind of getting over a cold, so my voice in and out.
You getting over the cold?
No, I'm still getting over the cold from like a month and a half
you
ago.
have been sick for a while.
I don't know what it is. I can't get back my voice.
You think it
hear?
has anything to do with our marriage?
Well, I have no voice in that marriage. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
That song's about.
I was gonna say that's not new.
No. Today we could either be talking about a children's birthday party, or we could be talking about
What we were supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, because the last episode we recorded was on the 5th of April,
April?
2023.
That's not right.
No, that is very right.
But that feels like just the other day.
It feels like just the other day, and I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah, it was.
I by accident, I opened the app where I store these different podcasts, right? But I hadn't opened it a little while on that particular phone. And when I opened it and I was listening to some of the podcasts that we did, like memories of primary school and whatnot, and I was like, hey, I remember when I used to talk to my wife.
We did that on our lunchtime though, right?
But that was
a lunchtime. I came home for lunch and we had lunch.
I enjoy listening to you and playing back stories of your friends and the first time you get licks in school. And it's really, I'm so happy that we're doing it here again. And today is what in December?
It's the
Sunday
10th? Sunday the 10th
Sunday
of December.
10th of December. Our elder daughter, she turned 7 on the 2nd of December.
A week ago.
But she had a birthday party yesterday.
She had tests and we had some things going on that weekend, so we had to postpone the festivities to yesterday.
Yeah. And it was amazing. About 10 of our friends came over.
It was her first friend from school kind of party.
Yeah.
So she's never had that opportunity because she spent 2 months in preschool and then COVID happened. So she never got to have birthday parties with friends from school. So this was her first one. It was all of us the first time we had that sort of experience. So
and I was hoping honestly that the whole class could come over.
I know
that would have been about 25. I know realistically.
I would have loved that as well.
Yeah, I think it would have been fantastic, especially as school ended, and it would have been this brilliant Christmas party. But given the amount of work that not the amount of work, but because we had the birthday party at home, the preparation, the food, the snacks, it would have been.
It could have been a little much, especially for the entertainment we had. We rented a little bouncy castle. I can't see 26 children in that tiny bouncy castle. They would be taking turns.
Yeah.
And you'd probably have to rent.
Yeah, you'd have to rent
a giant one or
two bouncy castles.
Yeah.
How much is it to rent a bouncy castle?
So it's peak time right now, Christmas season. I believe they had about 15 bookings yesterday. Generally the price is $1,000 on weekends for this. There are no special rates running. However, he did give me a slight discount of should I say the discount?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I got he gave me it for $850 because we're regular customers. Every year we rent it for Haley and Anna's birthday, so at least twice a year you get some sale from us.
Yeah. And it was well used.
I was very well
used.
It. Yeah, they had fun. So that's actually something that we are accustomed doing because it's something that my mother did for my nephews for ages. Let me give you the history. They are 21 and 19 now. And we've been doing it since Stephen was 1. So 20 years of bouncy castles.
I remember coming by you one time and there was this gigantic bouncy castle.
Yes, that was the
with
big one.
2 slides on a slide on either side. Was there a water feature in it too? I feel like the base of it you could slide.
It hadn't. I think one of them was a water bouncy castle, a wet bouncy castle, and she was like, never again.
Yeah, a bouncy castle. Hey, listen, as a parent looking at children in bouncy castle, I think is a little bit terrifying. They have a load of fun in it.
It's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword for sure because it is a fantastic attraction. It's like, oh, they have a bouncy castle, let's go. And then you immediately regret it. You go in and it's like people jumping on you. You're bouncing into somebody. You try to climb and you fall down and somebody jumps straight on your head. I remember jumping with Haley and them, and Haley knocked me in my jaw because she jumped at the same time I was coming down. It's not pleasant if it's done wrongly.
And interestingly, our 4-year-old daughter,
yeah,
she was having a difficult time kind of keeping up with the the temperament of the older kids, and it's just like about a 2 or 3 year difference.
Because she has never had this exposure before. She was born in 2019, and in 2020 COVID hit, which would have been her first birthday, and she had a COVID birthday. So she's not accustomed to bouncing with other children regularly. When we have the bouncy castle, it's just 2 of them, Haley, Anna, and their 3 cousins from next door. That's literally it. 5 children in a bouncy castle to themselves. So she's never had to deal with boys because it's been girls all the time. No boys, no 10 children in a bouncy castle. And you're kind of fighting for space, people not hearing you. And she's a very vocal girl. She likes you to hear when she's talking to you because she likes a response. And the first thing she was crying about, I said, Anna, what's wrong? I thought somebody fell on her. She said, Mommy, they can't hear me.
Nobody's listening to me.
Nobody's hearing me. So I took her out. We had a little chat. And then I got your mommy to go back with her to watch her.
Yes.
Because I had a lot of things happening that I needed to take care of. So Granny went with her and she was having a good time. She was acclimating nicely to the boys and the girls. So it eventually turned out well for her. So I don't know, do you have a structure for this in mind, or we just go in?
No, just chatting about it. But I thinking about all the different things that we learn from having this birthday party, and probably what could help someone who's listening or in the future.
So let me start from the beginning then.
Oh, by the way, fantastic birthday cake. Do you have any pictures of it like on your Instagram page? Kimberly made a PKXD birthday cake.
I have no idea what it stands for.
Which is a video game that Haley is currently into. Do you have pictures of it somewhere?
I do have a video on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok.
Okay, so you can find Kimberly's work on YouTube under Kimberly Badlu.
Yeah, all handles. Same handle on everything.
Yeah, Kimberly Badlu. So you could check out. So yeah, fantastic cake. And I think about all that goes into it. We live in
the bush.
The bush. I was going to be a little bit more classy and say that we live in the countryside.
We live in the bush.
And living in the countryside, there's a lot of, we're surrounded by
bush.
Different. Yeah, if it was somewhere a little more swanky, you'd say we live on a manor.
We live in the mountainside.
We live in the mountainside. We overlook the plains. But there's a lot of, I'll tell you one thing I felt. Like preparing the bush so that it looks a little bit more presentable. Presentable bush for people to to receive parking. Yeah. We're fortunate that because it's family land and you maintain it, that people were able to park the cars, because there were probably like about 12 cars.
There were a lot of cars. Yeah. Because you didn't count family cars and you wanted to invite the whole class.
Yeah, the entire school. I was thinking about standard 1 through to standard 5. So I felt like in kind of getting, because there were a number of things around the house that have been out of place for a very long time, maybe like about 6+ years.
Like a tank, a car.
And I felt like in doing that work over the span of 3 days while you're inside sweating over your cake for and 3 days.
Things.
Yeah, and other things.
Regular meals.
And meals and food. I felt like I didn't have the I know this is not the case, but it's like, my contribution is not like something that immediately affecting the birthday party.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of aesthetic thing. Okay, like the space is clean, the bouncy castle area, it's washed down so they're not playing among dust.
What you did was important, because if you didn't do it, where were they going to put the bouncy castle? And we'd have to find some tarpaulin to put on the ground before they could put the bouncy castle and all of that. So no, it was.
I think one of the key takeaways for me is I want to make a conscious not mental, I need to write it down. Like to make a note of, okay, there's a birthday party coming up in April.
Start from January.
About a month before. No, seriously.
Yeah.
So that when that time actually reaches and you're inside doing things, that you're better prepared for it. Now, when it comes to like decorations, how do you treat those things? Like if we had the PKXD cake, but is there a certain theme? Where do you in Trinidad? How do you do your shopping for decorations? And
So I do.
I know you describe yourself as frugal in a
I am
past.
very frugal.
Kimberly is not frugal.
I am very frugal. What's your problem? How you think
Kimberly,
you're surviving
I think
so long?
I've noticed something about you. You are very frugal when it comes to me buying things.
That's not true. I am the one who convinced you to buy the most expensive things that you have. So no, I'm not that way.
So talk to me about shopping in Trinidad and finding good deals.
So what will I
How
say?
you go about it?
So I guess first of all, I would remember to talk about the cleaning after, and I'll go to that. Something just popped in my head. I usually constantly on the lookout for good deals. So when I go to pharmacies, the best place to buy decorations are in those pharmacies on the East-West corridor, specifically between El Dorado and Trin-City. Those pharmacies, should I call it? Let me see if I can remember the names. 10th Avenue, what's the one right there? Opposite Prices. There's one Opposite Prices.
I don't remember.
They call them El Dorado, East El Dorado, West, and High. I think all of them are they're under the same management, I believe, because there was a time I was looking for some antibiotics and they sent me to like all of them. And they have one in Dinsley, there are a couple of them. So just drive along the main road and all of those pharmacies, they have decorations. I don't know where they get them from. I don't know how they manage to sell them for that price, but they always have some type of random decorations. I found a balloon stand, the little table decor where you have the base and then you stick sticks with the balloons at the end and it makes a lovely arrangement. Yeah. I found that I think $30. And it was a heavy base, so it wasn't falling down all over the place. I was like, okay, there's nobody's birthday coming up, but I'm going to buy this and keep it. So I buy things when I see them. And I save a lot of money doing so. Because if I wait last minute, like how you did with the preparations, I would have to just buy what I see. And if the first store you go into is not usually going to be the most frugal option. So that's my trick. I buy throughout the year. Sometimes cost
It does affect storage, huh? I mean, like, unless we pull in random cupboards and balloons will just be sliding out into my head.
I have a little craft drawers that Lyndon hates because he absolutely hates these plastic drawers. I don't know why he hates my drawers, but...
I love your drawers. I just don't like plastic drawers.
I like it plastic because I like to see what I have in it at a glance. But anyway, I have this drawer where I keep everything, all of my purchases. Like if I buy birthday things, I like to keep them in there. And you will see different things at different pharmacies. It doesn't matter that you have a banner already or you have those sparkly backdrops already. If you see a rainbow one or this one with stars on it instead of strings, buy it. If it's $10 or $15. Add that to your Panadol and whatever, and you're saving about $15 in the long run. Because you go to a party store and you buy that, I watch your prices like $25 to $30 you're paying. You're paying a lot more money.
So you're getting the same quality goods,
same quality,
better prices in pharmacies. Along the East-West corridor in
specifically
Trinidad.
Those pharmacies, I've noticed they have really good party decorations. They don't always have the same things. That's the thing. So if you go back for it, you may not see it. It might just be like they get this random deal. Or maybe they overstock, their suppliers had overstock or something, but they have real good prices. I hope they don't raise the prices when they hear me talking about it.
No, but
they usually have good prices.
Walking into that particular pharmacy, you pointed out there by Opposite Prices in El Dorado.
V&H, that's the one, Opposite Prices.
When I go into that pharmacy, I always feel like, wait, did I enter a toy store by
mistake?
Yes,
they always have some cool stuff.
Different things.
Yeah. So those are things. I pick up things along the way. So Liba, your sister, had asked for something. She wanted to do a spontaneous party for somebody, an elderly lady. And it was literally, she asked me in the nighttime to send something in the morning. So she's like, I know you always have stuff. So I just went through and I grabbed up a couple of balloons. I grabbed up a backdrop, a table topper, a tablecloth and random little decorations, a happy birthday sign, and I gave her a package, and that's what she used to make her little birthday party in Tobago. And I like having like that inventory in here because it's not taking up too much from me to just buy things on sale. I'm not going to buy like 10 of this and 10 of that. I buy it, and then if I see it cheaper somewhere else, then I'll buy one more there maybe. But Coast Cutters also has really good things too. Check their party section to the back of it, next to the frozen foods. No, I bought 3 of the Happy Birthday strings. One was a LOL theme, one was a unicorn theme, and one was just a random like rainbow Happy Birthday. And those are really good quality. I have the unicorn one up right now. That's the one Haley chose. And it's really pretty.
These decorations, folks, if you follow our YouTube videos, you would see these decorations up for like about the next 3 years or so. So feel free to tune in and you'll be seeing. You can just ask, when are these decorations
I like to get my money's worth. Didn't I say I was frugal?
Yeah. And listen, the way you had the thing, is it called buntings?
The buntings.
Yeah, look real good. Real good. So that's like about, based on the prices, $100 in decorations?
The buntings were like $15. I bought those at the Party Inn.
But it's fantastic that you could get something for $50. You can't even get something to eat for $50.
Hey, it adds up. But when you go to these party stores, I went just randomly. I had like 5 minutes before I had to pick up Healy because I was already late. And I just ran in. I picked up a few things. This was for the actual day of her birthday because I wanted to just do a cut in a cupcake or something. So she didn't feel like left out and we changed in her birthday. And I ran in. I grabbed a few things, $400. But I also grabbed things for the birthday party itself.
And things for parties for the next 3 or 4 years.
No, just for the next
based on your collections and whatnot.
But
big up to your sister-in-law, Mona Lisa Plaza, who came.
Yes, we have to get to that. Mona is a rock star in terms of parties. It's always been Mona and me as the decoration crew and the organization crew for everybody's birthday.
Well, she made a fantastic piñata.
She's the new piñata lady for the last 4 or 5 years. She's been doing everybody's piñata.
I tell her she should be selling those piñatas. You know?
People can't afford them the way she makes them. No, she spends so much time making them. Her art is not like the little cardboard piñatas. I say in this, I know, and I don't want to sound bad to people or make people's creations sound bad, but it's not just a cardboard with a picture printed from a machine.
It's not a commercial item.
It's not like a commercialized,
mass-produced commercial piñata.
It's a personalized, good quality, every strand cut, all those little frills cut by hand by her. And she designs the character, she draws them out, or she gets shown to draw them out, and then she will fill them in with the sponge paper and all of these things. And it is really, really nice quality things. It's like, you can't buy a piñata like that.
They really are well done, but it's something that, I mean, I can't see the average person that's saying, hey, I'd love to buy a piñata for maybe 30 times the price of one
a regular
that I can get in a pharmacy in Trinidad.
And then you still have to fill it with snacks. Kudos to Mona. Mona is the resident piñata lady now. I think she likes doing it.
And I know, switching gears a little bit here. We talk about Hailey having 10 different friends commented from school. I'm kind of curious because I know you're so into technology and apps and different things. How did you handle the invitation process?
Well, I tried to be a little futuristic and use the apps that were available to me. I made a birthday invitation and I made some envelopes and I sent them to school. I told her, I was like, Hailey, be discreet because we can't invite everybody. We just want to... I asked her to name 10 people and then she named 2 extra just in case. So we made 12 invitations and she gave them out. 2 of her friends couldn't, actually 3 of them couldn't make it. They weren't well, but she handed it out. And on the invitation, I had a tiny URL which led to a Google form, which indicated whether or not they were meat eaters, chicken only, or veggie, just so I have an idea for catering numbers and who will be attending with them. How many people will be attending, so I have an idea of numbers. So that was my intention. Unfortunately, I don't think anybody used the URL to RSVP. But I have their numbers from the class group. So I just went through. I found the respective parent, and 2 parents actually messaged me before I could message them. So kudos to them for being on top of everything.
And then what, you in turn fill out the form to keep track of it?
Yes. So when they gave me their feedback, I just opened the link and I filled out the form and I used the form eventually. So I had an idea of how many people were chicken, veggie. So I knew it didn't really make sense to buy like 5 veggie pizzas because most people saying chicken or cheese or something like that.
Also, you're very specific about what their diet.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to have like 3 chicken pizzas and we have people just completely veggie. So I wanted to know for sure, because it's a Hindu school she's going to. Most people may not eat beef and pork. I understand that. But we also had family come in who are heavy meat eaters. So I had to have that still, but I wanted to know like the numbers, how many. Just the average, because it's not like a counting slices here. I just wanted to know that I had to cover people who had dietary restrictions. So that was a major part in the form. And also for numbers, because I wanted to know how many party bags I needed to make. So I would have contacted everybody via WhatsApp. They confirmed very generously by the Tuesday before, because I needed time to pack bags and all of these things, or buy stuff for bags, because Mona packed the bags. So yeah, they were very good about getting back to me. So it worked out well. I had to kind of instigate most of the talks, apart from those 2 that I mentioned. It was good, cool sailings, but it was also because they also have a class group. So it was easy to get the numbers from the class group.
I've seen people in the comment section on YouTube describe you as a super mom. And
that's not like Marshall.
No, but seriously, when I see the magic that you're able to do, because I mean, just thinking about the cake alone, all these things that you're doing in the background with no help from me communicating with, because I think like I just have this kind of weakness or bad habit of kind of operating in a vacuum. It's like I think I don't check in enough with you when you're doing your stuff. I call it your stuff, but like the cakes, and like to be a supportive partner and be like, all right, well, how things going with the invitations you send out, you wait, and even if it's just to inquire
or seem interested, feign interest.
Like for instance, like cutting the grass in the back, and then nobody go for a walk in the backyard. So it's just, I don't know, it's just been like torn. Yeah, you know what I mean. But I think what I'm trying to sell here is this idea of involvement, and then really when it rained.
It did.
So like a couple of days before, and even on the day of the event. So then I kind of found myself in a position where with limited time, you have to really prioritize, okay, these are the things that if I do it will most affect the birthday party. So I would love to cut the entire space, but focus on cutting where
people will actually be like where they have to park,
where they'll be walking, because I was already trying to have a vision for when people leaving, they'll have to walk down to their car. They wouldn't want to be walking in high grass in the bush.
Yeah.
Where you can run into things with snakes and things. I thinking about the food that you mentioned. You talk about pizza. Big up to your mom who couldn't be here for the birthday party, but she prepared, what she cooked? She had roti.
She ordered 7 bus-up shot rotis. Well, and I don't mean 7 tiny rotis, I mean like wedding-sized bus-up shot, which could feed about 5 to 7 people easily. So she catered for 35 people. I said, Mommy, you have pizza, right? Yeah, but the parents will want to eat something other than pizza. It's like, we're not going to have 35 parents here, right?
Your mommy could like this easily be a chef for your prison system. Yeah, and fantastic food. And the children are curious. When it came to the children, did any of them really were eating the roti and the curry chicken, or they were more went for the pizza and stayed with that throughout?
Haley had pizza and the bus-up shot. Full stop. Dry bus-up shot. No curry, no nothing. And that was it. No other I think, no other child, to my knowledge, had. But I also let the parents know. I said, hey, anything all they want, feel free to take it. Because I was just kind of all over the place trying to sort out people come in, this, that, bouncy games, this and that. So I wasn't primarily like stationed in the kitchen. I said, if they need anything, everything is here. Pizza is here. Food is here. Plates are there. Cups here. Drinks outside. Fix up. I don't know if in the span of me running around, somebody gave a child the roti.
Right.
But when I was given the first round of children, which included Haley and Anna, they wanted food, and the first set of children to arrive, they wanted food too. So I was organizing them, and they all had pizza. And one of the little boys asked for pizza. So I said, chicken or veggie or meat? He said veggie. So I gave him a veggie slice, And I see him taking out everything from the... I say, wait, I thought you liked veggie. I say, would you like a cheese instead? Yes, can I have a cheese, please?
The cheese pizza was
cheese pizza. Because the children don't like veggies. I mean, I know that. Because Haley and Anna only eat the meat pizza because it has no veggies in it. So I was like, okay. I said, no, don't worry, don't eat it. I gave, somebody took the veggie from me. I think it was Steven or Paul or one of them. I gave one of my nephews it. And I gave him a slice of cheese pizza. And the cheese pizza was a real big seller. So if they have children and they don't eat certain meat, just give them a cheese pizza. Plain. It looked good. I didn't eat it, but it looked real good.
When you talk about getting cheese pizza in school, I think it's the greatest thing in sliced bread.
Yeah, she wanted to go to school for that pizza when she was sick.
School for that cheese pizza, but you know what was the moments I really enjoyed at the birthday party?
What?
Whenever a new friend arrived.
Yeah, and they call their name.
Glee with which children greet one another. You know, children who that's this young, innocent age. It's like, Haley.
It's amazement to see somebody out of school. Do you know what it is to see a friend in your house?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing here? Like, oh, I didn't know I was coming to your party.
Yeah. I think the one thing I would like to learn to manage a little bit better from observation is, I think let's talk about like the parents. Like how I think they had fun. Everybody enjoyed the food, however.
Have something more specific for them.
Yeah. You know, it's like, I mean, they were involved.
I think, they were chatting amongst each other and talking about different things. Some were outside. I think they just wanted to be close to the children to watch them as well.
Particularly in the bouncy castle.
In the bouncy, yeah.
The way you try getting up with like 2 less teeth. But you know, in a way that, you know, like this idea of amusement and involvement, like let's say like when you had the pin the donkey tail and you had like pin the clown nose or something.
Yeah, put the nose on the clown.
Put the nose on the clown.
That you had to cut out. Oh gosh, these.
Yeah, I
will have a. I have a strong word for those manufacturers. How hard is it to put 12 sticky, even perforated would have been fine, but have 12 sticky stickers on your pinny tail on the donkey? I had to cut out 12 donkey tails and then get tape to stick on the back of them for these children to use it. So when I thinking is just to pull it out of the box and stick it up on the wall, I see these tails attached to the thing as just a printed piece of paper. And I was like, and then I have all these children like, when we can play, auntie, you ready to play? Ready to play? I was like, okay, give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, they was real excited about them games, boy. Were they asking you like, which game next? Which game next?
What we playing next? We're playing 2 more games next. I think you need more gifts, auntie. Because I was giving them little prizes for winning. And to top it off, when I opened the clown one and I noticed I had to cut out those noses too. I was like, okay, well, where's the blindfold? When I finally cut out the noses and I got the tape, you know, the blindfold needed to be cut out too. I almost cried. I just used the one from the donkey. I said they were wicked. They were real wicked. I have bought one of those pin the horns on unicorn a while back. I think it was of a higher quality because they were sticky. They came with the package. You just pull them off, you just stick them on. Why can't all of them be like that? I mean, yes, I don't think it was even that much more. I probably paid about $40 for it. And I think I paid $20 for these. If I had to pay $20 for a little glue, I don't mind doing that.
Well, maybe that's where you need to.
They didn't have it.
You need to upgrade from the pharmacy to the party store.
No, I went to that's where I got in the party store. Actually, no, sorry, the party store didn't have any. They had the donkey one, but I had already gotten it from Twinkle Star. So I went to Twinkle Star, and that was all the games that they had. The horn on the donkey and the clown. So I bought both of those there. Then I went to the party store hoping to find more games, and they didn't have any. What other games do they have for children? I bought a box of jacks, but I figured with this crowd, the jacks may not have been a good idea because the balls would just go flying all over the place. So I figured I'll keep that in the box. I didn't see any other games for children. You know, like they'll have like musical chairs or pass the parcel type of things. And I didn't think the pass the parcel would have flown here.
Oh, that's like where you're playing a song and you're passing the parcel and then you stop the song.
Yes. No, not like that. Sorry. This one is you have like different items and you paper it and you paper it and you paper it and you paper it. So you pass it to somebody and they paper it and they might get a banana peel or something, and then they take out the next layer of paper and then somebody get like a $10 or something like that, and you keep passing it until you're taking off one layer of paper at a time. But I figured that could get convoluted with a child who just wants to rip up the whole thing. It's like, I don't want this, and they get something else. So it's either you put like all good things, and I figured, I was like, the bouncy castle is there, they have piñata. I thought 2 games would have been enough.
And musical chairs is awesome, a well-loved game, but it's, that could get a little bit rowdy.
and tears.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, let's just stick to what we know. So we just kind of managed and let them play, let them go back on the bouncy.
They had fun. They come out of that bouncy castle like it was a swimming pool.
Wet. If you have a bouncy and... Okay, so this is what happened. It was supposed to be on the higher level, because we had it there and in the past, and it was really nice. The breeze was windy, and they get in air because it's on top, right? But the weather forecast said that it was going to rain, and the bouncy guys, as I said, had 15 other places to go. So he said chances are they might even have to leave it overnight if they didn't get a chance to pick it up. So he didn't want to leave it where the rain could get it, because he said cleaning it could be a nightmare. So he wanted to leave it downstairs. I didn't really want it downstairs. One, it makes a lot of noise because it echoes downstairs. So the compressor was just making a lot of noise. Versus if it's upstairs and then the noise kind of just goes into the wind because it's open. So I would have preferred it if it was upstairs. But because of the weather, we had to leave it downstairs. And also because of downstairs, there was no air because it's in a garage. So these poor children just there bouncing up and down in this little sweat box. And at that time of the day, there was no breeze. So I had to bring down the fan, pointed at them. I think that helped a little bit. But it seemed like torture to the parents looking on. But they were having a lot of fun.
What do you prefer? Like, let's say with that $800, you could get a bouncy castle for 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
$850. Or you could get a magician for 2 hours. Like if you have a limited budget and you had $850 and you could choose one of them, what do you think you'd go with? Having experienced both as an adult and seeing the glee that the children experience.
Oh boy, that is okay. So let me answer that a different way. If I had more children, like if we did invite the entire class, then definitely I'll go for the magician versus the bouncy castle. Because it was a controlled number, I would choose the bouncy castle. Because I think I would enjoy bouncing up and down versus watching the same magician do the same tricks over and over.
You really are being a little bit pessimistic.
No, okay. No, I think I would enjoy it. I'm telling you what I would enjoy more. I would enjoy the bouncy castle. And you're playing and you're sliding. I mean, that could get a little boring too, but you have new friends. Your first time experiencing a bouncy castle with your friends. So I would have liked that. But as I said, if you had more children, you would have it would have made more sense to get a clown or a magician, because they could attend to the masses.
Yes.
The way that a bouncy castle couldn't.
Isn't it amazing that you have all these different scenarios and needs, the limited budget, the type of food, all these considerations that you put into making a decision. Eh?
Yeah, so let me tell you something. So I could have made those pizzas, you know. I could have invested the time into doing the cooking and save some money there. But I know I can't afford to buy her a cake like that. And then sometimes you spend your money, you buy a cake and it's probably not your tasting, your liking. I don't want to say bad or good or anything. And so sometimes you could be disappointed. So I know what she likes. I know what we like. I know that I could do it. So I choose to spend and focus my time, like how you choose to focus on the grass closest and where they're parking. I chose to spend my time making the cake. So that was where my efforts would have gone. So I made the cake. She loves pizza. If she could eat pizza 2-3 times a week, she would. So I always say pizza party. I think she likes pizza. She has actually grown to like pizza more than Haley. Because she used to be the one who wasn't really she would prefer the roti. And now she kind of likes pizza more. So they both love it. So I was like, okay, it's a pizza party. You have fussy children. They will probably still eat cheese pizza. It's the safest thing to do for them. And Pizza Hut makes a really good pizza. I would vouch for Pizza Hut all the time. Sometimes the service could be iffy in certain areas, but we've had good experiences with the one in Trinity City Plaza there. So that's why I chose to focus. I did the cake, so I probably saved a couple $1,000 there. And you buy two triple treat, 6 pizzas, and you feed everybody. Well, we also had the ton of roti from mommy. So I don't know how much that cost was for her. That was her contribution that she wanted to do.
Yeah, and it's always nice for children to be able to leave with a doggy bag. And
everybody left with a doggy bag.
Roti and pizza.
Everybody got a roti to eat today. I'm sure everybody had lunch of roti and curry something today.
Yeah, I did. Mommy and daddy also.
Yeah, I gave them a lot.
It's fantastic. And you said a little bit earlier on, remind you to talk about cleaning. Something about
so
cleaning.
You were talking about making a written note about reminding yourself that her birthday is coming up in April, so you'll start cleaning like a month before. So I knew her birthday was coming up in December. I didn't know what we were going to do, but I did know. And usually I try to keep their room in a okay state. I let them have their free reign with where they want the toys and whatnot, and every so often I will come and organize it. So I did a heavy organizing in the August holiday. I gave away /threw away a lot of broken toys and cleared out the room. I also organized all the toys and I tried to keep it in order since September. And every week I work on a different area. I did the cupboards, I did the pantry, I did the fridges, I did the freezers, I handled the books under the TV stand there. So, and then I did parts of this bookshelf. It looks like I didn't, but I did parts of this book. And then I did my drawers, my art drawers. So I try to tackle certain things. I have a list and I try to do all the cupboards. Remember the cupboard, the anything cupboard next to the back door? You noticed that was clean? Did you notice?
No.
You didn't notice? Half the stuff thrown away. And then the covers over the washing machine. So
that is a terrible cupboard too. I don't like that cupboard.
So I tackled all of them at some point in time. So I try to keep it. I try to keep the place in a state where you have minimal cleaning to do. So people could come and you don't feel like it's on your back to do a lot of things. Like you don't feel like I have 10 hours of cleaning to do. The most you have to do is you sweep, you mop, you put away random things, and the place looks presentable. And I say in a spick and span and toys, no toys in the area. No, we have children. They have toys in different places. They have random pens and books all over the place that you have to pick up. But for cleanliness, I would say that it wasn't like a nightmare to organize. Like I try to clean the toilets most of the time, like at a couple times of the week. You wipe down, you scrub down whenever the bathroom gets dirty, you clean it out like right before you bathe or something. So I try to incorporate that into a regularly scheduled routine.
Yeah.
So then you're not overwhelmed.
Of course.
With a
but you know,
of
in the same breath, I get what you're saying there, and you a lot better than I am. But I always appreciate when like these events where people come in over
and you get to clean.
Yeah, because it helps you to kind of say, I mean, maybe I'm this fantastic procrastinator, but let's pay attention to something. Okay, this is something that is long overdue, and you attend to it.
What could be frustrating though when you do start so early is I remember cleaning this room, spick and span, and I sit in it and I watch it and I was like, when did it get this dirty?
Well, that's a conversation for another time. You could stick to the birthday parties and offer.
It feels like after you clean it, it's like it's supposed to be under control, but they come and they cut up paper and you see paper all over the floor. Anyway, yes, another story, another day. Anything else we missed out? So let me see. So let's start off the birthday invitations, birthday list. So I asked Haley to call out 10 friends. I said, so I would love to invite, I think Daddy still wants to invite everybody from your class. Because she was very excited when you proposed that to her. She was like, yes, I want everybody there. And I thought it would have been awesome. And we would have hired a doubles man or something to come and give them doubles. But
I guess if you're doing something like that, you need to have a venue that is probably external.
exactly, yeah. You need a venue.
You need to go to some place where you could rent for a party space, and that's another ballpark
That's
in
like
terms
a
of
different level of
being able to afford
accessibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice ambition. I hope that God willing in 2024 that if we are having a birthday party,
we could do that.
That no, that let's be able to invite
everybody
here.
Well, maybe we could do that and have like a clown or something.
Yeah, I could be a fantastic clown. You know that.
No, we want a real clown. We don't want Lyndon clown. But yeah, so she just named the people who are around her friends that she talks to all the time. And I didn't press her too much on it. I let her name just the names who came first to mind. And then we invited. I think she got up to 8. And then I mentioned people that I know she spoke about, but she didn't include them. And then she got up to 10. And then she had 2 more that she thought about when she was... So I said, okay, that's fine. We could do 12. I said, maybe some of them, we have to cater for if some of them can't make it. So it's good to send out 12. And maybe you might get about 10. So that's how much she ended up sending. And lots of... what's the word? Probability. Yeah, the other probability come back and 9 people came.
Yeah.
So out of the 12, you got 9, which is really good.
And it's amazing for the small number, the crowd that you have to cater for. So it is a lot of work. It is something that's going to inflate your budget. There's a number of different moving parts. As I say, you want to give special consideration to the adults that might be there and the things that they're interested in.
And there will be adults there because these are 7-year-old children, and I wouldn't send my 7-year-old to a party and leave her there. So you have to include the parents and you have to feed them. Make sure they're comfortable, they have drinks and...
catering for the the diverse...
Then they might have siblings that have to tag along. I know how that is because Anna will have to tag along different places with her too. She might have to tag along with Anna. So... I understand. And you can't just leave them out. So we made 3 extra bags, I think. So we would have catered for the children in the family. And when I say children, I'm talking about Sarah, Bagel, and Jenna included in that, right? Because we gave everybody bags. These are 26 and younger children.
Yeah. And it's good when you have like multiple activities that people could participate in because it's interesting. Like while somebody's eating, if you have 6 children eating, and you have Trini bouncy castle, it kind of make it a little bit easier to manage. This kind of crowd control.
Yeah. And we had
aspect of it.
We had the Marvel going on inside.
Yes,
what were they watching?
They were watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
That was good. So many parents like that one too.
There was one parent, I wouldn't call the parents' name or anything, but there's one parent who was like, I was like, I could see you enjoying Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Like, it's just kind of fantastic to be able to sit down and look at this and, the children, they just do anything and I just gain a little bit of a break. And boy, I could tell you sometimes, you love your kids, but that little 10 minutes that you might just have to yourself could be so amazing.
Do you know the best time for the day sometimes, the most quiet times is when we're going to school and I put them in the back seat. And I close the door to go to the front seat. It's like, take my time, walk around.
So this is probably a good place to wrap up. I enjoyed this conversation. And if you're listening to the end, thank you very much for your support. And you could find Kimberly on YouTube. You'll get to see that picture of the PKXD cake or the short videos. I'm available on YouTube too. My name is Lyndon Baptiste. And I have books available on Amazon.com.
Check them out. They're kind of funny.
They're kind of funny. And our website is potbake.com. So you could follow up on our work there. See you in the next episode.
Bye.